Hi, so this isn't a reading, but this is something that I feel like needs to be spoken out loud. So, what I wanted to say was, a lot of us go through trials and tribulations. We get triggered, we get frustrated, we get restless, we get upset, we get angry. For all kind of reasons. Maybe the car is going too slow in front of us. Maybe we call somebody a Sunday driver. Maybe our partner pissed us off or hurt our feelings. Maybe our boss at work didn't appreciate what we did. For all kind of reasons, right? But a lot of us, a lot of us kind of act like Peter did, in the Bible, the disciple. Peter was somebody who definitely was triggered a lot. Peter would cuss and holler and scream. But Peter finally calmed down enough to write a letter. And I believe, from my memory, I believe that it was, I thought it was Peter verse 5, 7, something like that. Peter 1st, verse 5, 7, I think that's what it is. Read that, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But what I wanted to say is, this isn't a religious show, I'm not trying to do that, but God himself suffered. Like you and I, we suffer in different ways. Sometimes our suffering is due to our poor decisions, okay, or just being plain stupid about something. But God suffered, and he got stoned. Jesus got stoned, he got beat, he got whipped, he got pinned to the cross, nailed to the cross. People didn't like him. A lot of them didn't. A lot of them hated him. A lot of them called him names. So when you have people in your life that aren't treating you well or treating you the way you should be treated, it's kind of expected, right? I mean, if they did it to him, why wouldn't they do it to us? Why would we not expect that sooner or later somebody's not going to like us or somebody's not going to approve of us? And it's okay. It's okay. They don't have to. But for a lot of us, again, we do a lot of sufferings that has to do with our poor judgment or poor decisions that we make. A lot of us, too, tend to create our own suffering because we'll tend to take pieces and bits of stories or situations and then put them in this movie theater that we have up here in our mind, and we cut them and clip them and crop them and make it so it fits the way we want to believe that something is, or we want to believe something happened in a certain way. And we do that because we are our own creators. Our mind is a very powerful thing. A lot of times we turn something into something else that it never even was. So where am I going with this? Am I saying that you're suffering from anxiety or stress or panic attacks? No, it may not be you. It may be somebody that's next to you or down the lane, whatever, 4 doors down from your house. But at the same time, like I said, we all create our own situations. We all create our own pain, so to speak. I also feel like, we can send or cast all of our anxiety, our stress, our fears to God, and He'll take care of it. But it's important to be alert and of sound mind, because your enemy, the devil, he prowls around like a roaring lion, right? That's what it said in 1 Peter 5, 7. The devil prowls around like a really wild, crazy, mean lion, roaring like crazy, looking for someone to devour. You must resist him and stand strong and firm. Stand in your faith, because you know that the family of believers throughout the world is undergoing the same kind of sufferings. They speak about lizards, they speak about lions, and they speak about liars. So take the time, just once, take the time to read 1 Peter 5:7 in the Bible. See what you get out of it. See what comes to your mind, okay? A lot of us do get overwhelmed with certain situations, with certain struggles that we have to go through. It feels like sometimes you try to take something to the extremes, maybe. Maybe you try to test someone. Maybe sometimes you try to explain something to someone about being overwhelmed about a certain situation. So you tell them just a little bit, just enough to test them and see how they're going to respond or react. And then you might tell them a little bit more and see how they're going to respond and react. But for the most part, you'll start to blurt it all out. But the best part of dealing with your struggles and your fears is the fact that once you realize that, you know what, it's normal to get nervous, get afraid, get scared when you're handling something you're not used to handling. It's normal to get afraid when someone you love is falling apart or hurting themselves or not doing themselves a good service, you know. Every day we all go through our own struggles. I don't know your struggle, and you don't know mine. I don't know what you suffered through, and you don't know mine. My grandma might, but I don't. I couldn't, because I didn't walk in your shoes. A lot of us tend to judge other people. Maybe by the way they look, maybe by the way they dress, maybe by the way they wear their hair, maybe by how much money they have, how much money they don't have. But at the end of the day, this is all a shell to carry our souls and spirits around. When this performance on this stage of this life setting is done, when your canvas that you were given was blank and now you've painted on it to create the scene of your life, when you leave out of this world and you go on to the next phase, this all won't matter. So my point today for this is to remind you that, yeah, shit gets hard, life gets tough. People can really be assholes. But people sometimes don't understand. How could they? They're not you. You're not them. There's only one person to judge us. Just saying. A lot of people want to be the judge, the jury, everything. But in fact, you know, you or they are not the creator. They're the creation. Okay? The creator, our CEO of this whole world, God, Jesus himself. That is the creator. We are the creation. It's important for us to try to get along with others. It's important for us to own our own shit, face up to it. You woke up today. Today's another day. You didn't get it right yesterday. Try to get it right today. Maybe you relapsed on drugs. Well, that was yesterday. You're waking up today clean. Not using right now. Don't use. Don't go back. Don't relapse. You didn't take that drink. Just do it one day at a time. Sometimes 1 hour at a time. Sometimes 1 minute at a time. A lot of us go through our own phases and stages. A lot of us go through our own moods. Ups, downs, highs, lows. At the end of the day, we all need each other. We can act as independent as we want. Oh, I make enough money. Oh, I do this. Oh, I do that. But at the end of the day, what's your purpose? At the end of the day, if you ask yourself, did I do all I could today? Did I do the best job that I could possibly do today? Was I as kind and understanding as I should have been today? Did I take somebody for granted today? If we all just do a little self-reflection, we can all grow into something much stronger, much more beautiful, accepting diversity, accepting people of different colors, races, religions, political backgrounds, whatever. It's okay to be different. Variety is truly the spice of life because of different flavors, different senses, different smells, different music, different colors, just like the rainbow. Every color is beautiful. And when you put all the colors together, you got a rainbow. So guess what? It's okay to be different. So that's what I wanted to tell you today. It's okay to be different. It's okay to get sad. It's even okay to be upset about something. But don't dwell on it. Don't act on it. Don't try to get revenge on it. Listen, leave that work to up there, okay? If you just work on you every day, whether your struggle is a lost love, whether your struggle is a broken heart, whether your struggle is domestic violence, whether your struggle is jail or prison, whether your struggle is adultery, infidelity, whether your struggle is drugs or alcohol, we each have our own struggle. We each have our own triggers. We know what will trigger us, and we also know how to avoid being triggered. So, I hope this message finds you well. I hope that your heart gets blessed with lots of love. And I hope that your mind, body, and spirit heal from any previous abuse or challenges or heartbreak. I wanted to take a minute out to all my subscribers and welcome anyone new who would like to subscribe into H&G Spirit Messages, because this is what we do. On H&G, me and my grandmother, we keep it real, we keep it honest, and we keep it family. Good night.